Well, 9:38 now. A local Minneapolis author just released her first book on overcoming adversity, told through her personal 18-year journey living with rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah, Kim Rooney discusses how this diagnosis was her wake-up call to make lifestyle changes and be in control of her choices. There's a look at the book right there. And Kimberly Rooney joins us on the couch. Thanks for stopping in on the Buzz.
Hi, thank you.
Kimberly. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Can you tell us what inspired you to share your story and your rheumatoid arthritis can change people's lives, just pain-wise, but you're saying it changed you in a different way. Tell us why you decided to share this.
It did. You know, the first 2 years with it were super horrible. I mean, it was just that. I was bedridden, life completely turned upside down. But what happened is this crazy thing. One day I was sitting, ironically, in a bathtub trying to just get rid of the pain, and I had this moment of inspiration. It was like, life still goes on. So what can I do with this? And realized to open up my mind, and I just took on to be a sponge to everything that people said to me. Let me try this, it might help. What if it helps? What if it makes it better? And through my 18 years with it, I look at it now as a gift. Every day is a great day. Yes, no, I don't play volleyball anymore, and I don't water ski, but I have a very full, inspired life. And so I had a great doctor's appointment, and he said, "You're fine, call me when you need me." And I was like, I need to share what I learned. And at the time, I literally hated writing. I was like, a book? Really? This is what I'm supposed to do? But I just surrendered to it, and
the book, it's titled Spiritual 2x4s and Other Wake-Up Calls. So for you, the spiritual 2x4 is just, what, getting hit with something and then dealing with it?
You got it. Yeah, I often refer to it as just the 2x4. It's my hit upside the head to look at life differently. It was here to tell me something, to whether it was physical, spiritual, mental, like just look at life differently, Kim.
And for people who don't know, rheumatoid arthritis, it causes pain in your joints. It's an autoimmune disease, so it can do a lot of things to you physically that causes you pain and stress on a daily basis.
Yes, absolutely. You know, when I got it, the doctor, I said, "What is this? When is it going away?" He's like, "It's not going away, Kim." And it is an autoimmune that will take on your joints from head to toe and destroy them.
Why did you name it Arthur? You gave it a name.
I did. There's a technical thing to everything. So, you know, there's the doctors and the medicine, but there's an emotional side to everything that we do. And so creating a relationship with it and making it a friend made it seem so much easier to dance with and learn how to live life together, like a dance partner.
Right.
Now, and you explain in the book that words and thoughts, are powerful enough to, for instance, damage and then also to nourish our bodies. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I truly believe, when someone walks up to us and shoots us an insult, we react with emotion. So when we think thoughts about ourselves, whether it's, the 2x4 or the wake-up call, getting mad at it or angry at it, or looking at life and how we look, how we say, every relationship, our body feels that and it reacts with an emotion. So when we turn that around and make it a good thought or a gratitude or forgive ourselves for whatever it is.
Because we often have those types of things in our mind that we say to ourselves every day, that tape that runs of things, the negative things that we
you'd
tell
like to just shut off
ourselves.
sometimes and you can't.
Yeah, exactly. It's that, I call it the movie reel. And it's like, I always go, well, isn't that fascinating? That's back again. And then turn that thought around into something that's nice to us, nice to another person. It just feels better. And then you just become healthier.
And I was surprised when you went so far as to say, your rheumatoid arthritis was a gift. Now, does everyone need one of these gifts? Does everyone need a wake-up call, do you think?
I don't know if everybody needs a wake-up call. I think when we're not listening to our intuition and, following where we get on that conveyor belt of life and sort of don't see what's around us, kind of follow the shoulds, that we do often get them. And when it happens, however it happens, mine just happened to be rheumatoid arthritis, is to really look at it and see what its message is, to get quiet and feel that gut. I ignored the gut for years after the arthritis came, but then one day...
Did the writing, was that a pretty therapeutic process for you to write this book?
Very therapeutic. It was kind of easy to be vulnerable, and it was just me and my computer and letting out my life. But it definitely... And Arthur, yes. But it was very therapeutic. I learned in the 4 years of writing it, I learned a ton and shared that in there as well.
Well, we appreciate you sharing your wake-up call, as personal as it is, and maybe your wake-up call, then the book will become one of your wake-up calls out there. They don't have to go through it themselves, they can just learn from you.
Oh,
well,
thank you very
Kimberly,
much.
Thank you so much for coming on the program. The book, once again, is Spiritual 2x4s and Other Wake-Up Calls, and you can purchase a copy at Kim's website, KimberlyRooney.com, at Barnes & Nobles or Amazon.com. All books will be signed, and a portion of the proceeds will be donated to the Arthritis Foundation.
Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.